Hi, peeps! For today's session, we'll have sampling concepts. Now, um, in sampling concepts, sampling distribution, and sampling techniques, we must understand four important words. So I made this up that you must understand four important words, but yeah, these are important words whenever we deal with sampling. Okay, sige. Now, um, we have this word population. Population is the totality of subjects like people, animals, or objects under consideration. Now, what does it mean? Say population of Filipino, population in the Philippines. That is the totality of people in the Philippines. Another one, population of um, Mindanaoans, population of Tabuawenyo, parang ganon. Now, all the data that we collected from the population is called or are called parameter. Now, remember the mnemonic P is for P. What does it mean? P is for P. P, population, is for parameter. Population is for parameter or parameter is for population. Parang ganun siya. So, mas madali mo siyang i-remember. The next set of word is the sample. Sample is the portion chosen from the population. So if you have a if you have the population, you will get a sample from that population. So, kasi pasabot atin niya, what does it mean? Say your 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 population is the people living in Mindanao. Next, your sample would be mga female living in Mindanao. That's the sample. Pero you will not get all female. Ha? You'll just get like maybe 100 or more than 100, just to satisfy the sample that you must collect from your population. But you will not really get like, sige, I will just choose 100 kukunin ko. You will use a technique in order to identify kung ilan ba dapat yung kukunin mo. Otherwise, baka your sample will not be sufficient to represent your population. Now, the data that you will collect or that you can be, yeah, you will collect from your sample is are called statistic. So our new mnemonic is S is for S. Again, P is for P, that means population is the parameter. S is for S or SS, sample is for statistic. So I hope you remember this one. Okay, next slide. So this is an illustration of how we get sample from our population. Say we have a population of 12 respondents, you will just get 4 out of your respondents. So paano siya nangyari? So ang nangyari, you will have 2, 5, 8, and 11. Now later on, I will discuss um, the common the common sampling techniques that is used in our society. So those are the types of random sampling that is commonly used. The first one, we have the simple random sampling. Second one, stratified random sampling. Third, cluster sampling. Fourth, convenience sampling. And fifth, purposive sampling. Now, let's have first the simple random sampling. Simple random sampling, it refers to all possible subsets consisting n, or the sample, elements from the population elements that have the same chance of selection. Now, all, yeah, this is the illustration. This is our population. Ayan. This is the sample taken from the population. So, paano siya nangyari? Um, you can have, or meaning, I mean, you can choose your sample using fishbowl method. What does it mean? Yung parang You are to write all the numbers or their names in a sheet of paper and then bunuto nimo ang ilahang name. And those na nabunot nimo, those will be your respondents for your research. Those will be taken as your sample representative for your population. There are also other ways in doing the simple random sampling, but for today, I will just discuss the simple one, the fishbowl sampling. So, ganun siya. Isusulat mo yung names or number representing nila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then bubunutin that whoever stands or represents that number will be chosen as your respondent. Now, para siyang sa Lotto method. Okay. Next sampling technique is mhm, next sampling technique is the stratified random sampling. Stratified random sampling refers to the population. Population is divided into subpopulation or stratum and then select one sample from each stratum. So, anong nangyari? You have a population. Example natin ha, high school students population. And then you will divide it into subpopulation or stratum. Ano ba yung mga stratum ng high school? We have the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, and then seniors. Tapos dyan, you will pick, or I mean, you will get your sample per stratum, not sa direct na population. Okay. Next, we have cluster sampling. Cluster sampling, the population is divided into groups, then select one from the group. This is somewhat the same with the first one, I mean the second one, the stratified random sampling. Fourth, we have convenience sampling. The sample consists of elements that are most accessible or easier to contact. Quota sampling is the stratified version of sampling convenience. So, from the word itself, convenience, that means sino yung pinaka-accessible sa'yo? Sino yung pinakamalapit? Sino yung kaya mong puntahan agad-agad? Those will be your sample using the convenience sampling. This one is not a random sampling. Since um, not all the not all the population has the chance to be chosen as your sample. Sino lang yung pinakamalapit, then yeah, yun na yung kukunin mong sample. Last, but not the least, of the most common sampling techniques is the purpose of sampling. Purpose of sampling, the researcher chooses a sample that agrees with his or her subjective judgment of a representative sample. You have your population, but your research is just about a certain type of people. Say for example, your research is about ano ba? Your research is about Filipinos na ages 13 to 15. So, you cannot choose or you should not get respondents na ang edad nila is 17 or 18 because the purpose of your study is to get only the samples na ang edad nila is 13 to 17. So, technically, sa purpose of sampling, based on the purpose of your study, you will get sample from your population. So, like for this, ano ba to siya? Illustration. Say this is it. Say each color represents different characteristics. Say si yellow is happy. Say si orange is um, adventurous. Adventurous. Say si blue is moody. If your research is about people who are adventurous, then you should get people that are adventurous and you should not get people who are moody or happy because there's a tendency that the questions that you prepared or the materials that you prepared, the instruments that you prepared is not fit for them because at first the purpose of your study does not fit for them. So that is it. And I guess that's all for this video. Thank you so much and see you on the next video, everyone. Goodbye, peeps, and kamsahamnida. Thank you.